Hello, everyone. I hope you all had a great week. It's good to be able to enjoy the weekend. Anyway, today we'll be covering again the Gospel of John, the book of John, chapter 1, and we'll be covering from verses 9 through 13. 9 through 13. So let me read to you 9 through 13. So it says, "The true light, which gives light to everyone, was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made through him. Yet the world did not know him. He came to his own, and his own people did not receive him. But to all who did receive him, who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God." Wow, that's a lot there. So anyway, what is this text talking about? These verses 9 through 13. Yes, Jesus is the true light, and he's the true light. And as we studied last time, in him was life. But here, um, the world, it says the world did not know him. Yeah, he was in the world, and the world was made through him, yet the world did not know him. Yes, I mean, even today, as we just covered how Jesus was, yeah, he's the one who was involved in the creation of the world, right? It says, "Without him was not anything made that was made." He was involved in the creation of the world, of the universe. But even though, even though that is true, yet, do people acknowledge? Do people acknowledge that Jesus or God is the creator of this world? Yeah, people will say it's all nature, right? It's all nature. But no, we have a creator. We have a grand architect, right? But it says here, his own people did not receive him. So who's this people? So of course, the people that did not receive him are the Jewish people, right? Back in that time, 2,000 years ago, where Jesus was born. Yeah. So the context is again with the Jewish people did not receive him. In fact, they crucified him, right? They crucified him. But for those who did receive him, right? This is verse, gosh, my eyes are, is that verse 12? But to all who did receive him, for those who received him, who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. This particular verse is such a loaded verse. And basically, it's talking about how to become born of God, how to become a child of God. To be born of God is to become a child of God. How great is that, right? Let me ask you a question. Have you been born of God? Are you a child of God? Yeah, if I talk to people and I ask people, do you know Jesus? Do you know God? And they say they believe in Jesus. But uh, if I ask that question, are you a child of God? Have you been born of God? It throws people off. So that's why I'm asking you that question. Are you born of God? Are you a child of God? How do we become born of God? How do we become a child of God? I mean, that I, you know, all my life, I mean, even when I wasn't a Christian, yeah, all the way up to when I was in college and until I ended college, I, I actually, I don't recall ever hearing the full story of Jesus. And I always wondered who was Jesus. But I didn't know until when someone told me. And then I I wanted to believe that. I wanted to receive Jesus. So let me tell you, to become born of God, to become a child of God, three things: to believe, receive, become. Believe in Jesus, receive Him, and become a child of God. How easy is that? How to become a Christian? How to become a child of God? How to be born of God? Believe, receive, become. I really pray that after this message today, after this meeting number 5 today, I hope that these 3 words will be embedded in your mind, that you will think about this. How to become a child of God. How to become born of God. Believe in Jesus. Believe in Him. Receive Him. Do you remember? Right? And become. What do you become? You become born of God, a child of God. I really encourage you today that if you have any doubts, you would like to become a Christian, you want to have, when we're talking about becoming a child of God, it's talking about having a real relationship with the God of the universe. To become a child, to have a relationship with the God of the universe, you need to believe in Jesus, receive this Jesus into your heart, not just simply an intellectual thing in your mind, but actually let it sink into your heart. Receive Him into your heart to become a child of God. I'll leave you with that. I hope this resonates with you, and I'll see you next time.